BMW 650i with an M performance package was having an issue, drivetrain malfunction, as we all know what it is. And the issue was then it wasn't letting the vehicle had 100% its power, because we were having the following issues that you can see on the screen right now. These issues were referring to the boost control solenoids, and the boost control solenoids in this case are the solenoids that control the wastegate, when to open, when to close. So to locate the boost solenoids, in this case they're inside the engine bay somewhere in here, and that's the reason why I'm going to show you how to repair this problem. The problem went a little beyond of that, but first we have to go to the basics. The problem refers to the boost solenoids, and the boost solenoids are going to be located right below the alternator. There is two, one for the left side of the engine and one from the right side of the engine. In this case, the issue is on the boost solenoid, then it is located on the driver's side of the vehicle, which is the bank number 2. So bank number 1 is going to be located on this side, bank number 2 is going to be located on this side. On BMW's N63 TU engines have two engine computers. We have this engine computer located on the passenger side, and this engine computer located on the driver's side. The one that is on the driver's side is the one that controls cylinder number 5 to 8, which are on the driver's side of the vehicle, and the one that we have here is the one that controls 1 to 4 on the passenger side. In this case, the issue was located on this area because bank 2 is going to be 5 to number 8. Problem that we were having is that there was not any type of signal of feedback on one of the lines of the boost solenoid of bank number 2. That's the reason why we were having the cut open circuit on the boost solenoid. There is many things you can think about it to do this repair, but first you have to go to the basics. And what are the basics is to follow the line from the boost solenoid all the way to the computer. On the travel, following the line, you are going to inspect the continuity of the lines. So you want to see if this line from point A right here is going to be the same line that goes to point B on the other side, and then you want to continue measuring farther away until you get to the ECU. And the reason is because the line can be cut in between, and we had to find out where. So in this case, the boost solenoid is in a good condition, so the only thing is the line. That's the reason why I'm not talking anything about the boost solenoid, because it has nothing to do with this problem. The problem is electrical, and the electrical problem comes when the line doesn't connect from the computer to the ECU to the solenoid, and that is the reason why the circuit is open, because the computer is not closing the circuit. So after inspecting all over the line, I find out that the line was in a good condition. There was not problems with the line. So where was the issue? It was pretty simple. As I was going and inspecting, I noticed that one of the computer pins on one of the plugs was bent. And that was the reason why the circuit wasn't connected. Because of that pin, it wasn't followed, it was not actually connected to the harness of the computer, and this was not connecting to the solenoid. It was a pretty simple problem, but it was hard to find. It was so hard that some other mechanics couldn't figure out the problem, because it was very tricky, because I would just think then the computer is bad. But the computer wasn't bad, it was just that the pin was bent and was not actually reaching the pin from the harness to the pin of the computer and connecting and closing the circuit. So that was the whole issue with this 650. And just to give you a different idea on what drivetrain malfunction is, you can see this has nothing to do with spark plugs, coils, any type of vacuum leaks, nothing like that. It is something completely different than all that. It is boost control, a little solenoid that has 2 pins. It was causing drivetrain malfunction. Car didn't have any power at all because the turbo on this side wasn't getting activated because the wastegate is always opened, so the turbo pressure was leaking out as soon as you start the engine. And as soon as you start pushing the power with the accelerator, there was no power because of the boost pressure leaked out. So there was no boost pressure getting built up, and this is the reason why the car didn't have any power. Luckily, this car is ready and is fixed. It's just a little talk about this issue, and you can see then there are many type of solutions to problems that you can see on my channel, and all are related mostly to drivetrain malfunction issues. The situation goes like this on this specific engine. So if for any reason you have problems with the boost solenoid, this is something else that I want to add right now. If for any reason you have problems with the boost solenoid, you have to check the boost solenoid resistance, and you have to check the boost solenoid connections to see if you have power and you have ground. When the engine is off, if the engine is off, completely off, with the wiring connected directly to the computer, you're going to have 2 negative signals because the system is off. Once you connect the system, which is going to be turning on the engine, turning on the ignition only, you are going to turn on the ignition only, then you're going to have a closed circuit, and that is going to be a signal, probably like 0.01 volts or something like that. So that is you're going to know then the circuit is closed. So if that is the case, we are going to replace the boost solenoid. But it is just more information for you, so in case you follow all that and you see that everything is fine, and you don't know what to do, mostly the boost solenoid is the one that is going to be bad. But this is pretty much all I have for you. You have any questions about this video, you can contact me. You can use the comment section below, or you can go to Instagram, look for me, Francisco Maya YouTube. Instagram is better because I can contact you directly. Francisco Maya YouTube, and you can see all the other things I do, and we can continue seeing more BMWs like this. You know, problems like these are the ones that are really hard to find, and it's very few information, because myself, I was looking for specific problems like that, and there is no information about these issues. So that's the reason why I do videos, so that way you can understand issues that nobody talks about, and you can learn something new on the way. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with anybody that wants to learn more about these machines, and thank you for watching.